Hi, my name's Amy Levere, and this is Will Sexton. We're Memphis musicians. Our music is available on online at amylevere.com. I also have a new record that's available on Bandcamp right now called Painting Blue. Will's got a new record on Big Legal Mess record label. It's available at their website. And you can Venmo us at Amy-Levere, and that's Lavere. We live right here in Midtown Memphis. I love this town. It's full of dreamers and creative people, and it's really, truly, it's truly a community in the greatest sense. This is a song off a record called Hallelujah, I'm a Dreamer. It's a song by the same name. I've got no sacred holy cow, no pretty ruby mouth to smile and charm me through. I've got no clever silver tongue to flatter people into doing what I want them to. Oh, I'm not much for pushing buttons, pulling puppet strings, or fussing, sides making silly rhymes. I'm really not so good at nothing, but my heart keeps me amused. In this great world of confusion, I'm a dreamer. Oh, hallelujah, I'm a dreamer. I've got no blue blood touch of class, no laminated pass to where the in-crowd hangs. I've got no flaming rum dessert, no front seat reserved when old Blue Eyes sings. But if you break it down to loving, it's much more than just a promise. I ain't no gift to boys, but I got the one I wanted. And through any storm that blows, he still loves me, he knows I'm a dreamer. Oh, hallelujah, I'm a dreamer. So when there's pavement all around, no green meadow to be found, there'll still be dreamers. When every cotton field is gone, I hope your children will have grown up to be dreamers. With no boss to pay no mind, no turning wheels to grind, no blade of grass disturbed, not a sleeping baby stirred. Oh, there'll be no noise at all, just a silent voice that calls to all the dreamers. Oh, hallelujah, I'm a dreamer. And my heart keeps me amused. Hallelujah, I'm a dreamer.
That was great. How do I follow that?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's a hard one to follow. Of course, that's Amy Levere. Amy is a Midtowner. She is actually one of my neighbors. She lives in Crosstown, right across from Crosstown Concourse. And she's one of Memphis's biggest and brightest stars. She's been recording for about 15 years. And we are so happy that she decided to give us a little of her time and share with us the Mojo Happy Hour. Amy Levere. Her appearance here is being brought to you by Blue Sky Couriers. Blue Sky Couriers is based here in Memphis. It is an immediate package delivery company with over 50 professional uniformed drivers, and they are staffed 24/7. Their delivery capabilities range from the smallest package to tractor trailers, so they can handle from small to large. Thank you, Blue Sky Couriers. And thank you, Amy. Amy will play a couple more tunes for us later on in the program.
All right. And welcome, everyone, to our second Mojo of Midtown Awards Happy Hours. We at MidtownMemphis.org are honoring this year's Mojo of Midtown Award recipients with this series of Happy Hour Awards Happy Hours. And I'm Mark Fleischer, President-elect of MidtownMemphis.org. And joining me, of course, is Vice President-elect Portia Stevens, host of our Midtown Connect series. So,
howdy.
Howdy. Hello, everybody.
Altogether, there are 7 of these Happy Hour Awards presentations, 6 announced award recipients, plus 1 surprise unannounced award recipient. And each of these Mojo Award Happy Hour features will have live music and talk.
So today, for this happy hour, we present our 2020 Mojo Midtown Awards to the one and only Memphis Zoo.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. MidtownMemphis.org is proud to honor the zoo this year for putting the roar back in one of our favorite spots.
Yeah.
Significant change in zoo management happened in 2019 with the naming of Jim Dean as the zoo's new president and CEO. It is an understatement to say that we think that he seems like a pretty good fit.
He's a homie. He's from here.
That's
I'm
right.
From here. Coming home.
A native Memphian. That's right.
Yeah.
Who fondly remembers the zoo he visited as a child. Dean is an engineer by training, but his entire career has been spent in the attraction industry, including executive positions at Florida's Busch Gardens and SeaWorld Orlando. Jim understands entertainment, conservation, education, and tourism, as he says, all things a successful zoo runs on. Jim Dean and the Memphis Zoo, congratulations on the 2020 Mojo of Midtown Award. Congratulations.
Mark, can I show you something? How about that?
Woohoo!
How about that?
Best looking award around.
Is that the coolest thing ever?
That is the
coolest.
So
that is awesome.
we always talk about these. Karen Capps put these together. They're custom made. Can you put that up on screen again for us? We got to see that.
Here we go.
Yeah. How cool is that? Great. Thank you, Jim.
I'd really like to put that in my office, but I really owe it to the whole team here at the zoo. So we're going to put it in our reception area so everybody can see it and appreciate it. It's the most beautiful award we have.
Yeah.
That's so. Before we officially started rolling here, that's what we were talking about. That's again, we always talk about these, Karen Capps' custom Mojo Awards, but they are prominent. I mean, you see them around town at times, every now and then in Midtown.
Yeah.
And they're really special.
They make you smile.
This one's got animals all over it. It's fantastic. It may be the best of all the Mojo Awards, by the way. I haven't seen them all, but I think I like this one the best.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. So tell me, you've been back in town now for not quite 2 years, right?
That's right. Just about a year and a half. Yeah.
About a year and a half. Yep. How does it feel to win, an award like this? You said it feels like one of the best, but how does it feel personally? Put it that way.
Well, it's, I can only speak for our whole team here. Everybody has such pride in the Memphis Zoo and all that we do. And we really want to give back to the community in every way that we can. And getting this kind of recognition and awards sort of confirms that we're taking the right steps to bring the zoo back to the great zoo that it's been. And we still have work to do. But this is a vote of confidence for all of us. And we so appreciate you recognizing us, Mark. I really thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
On behalf of MidtownMemphis.org, I'll tell you, this was an easy one. I mean, most of the Midtown Mojo Awards, when we talk about recipients, it's almost as if they are, of course, like when we mention, possible nominees, there's usually 30 or 40 nominees, and we got to narrow it down to 5 or 6 recipients. And this was an easy one. And it was an easy one, really, actually based a little bit on what you just mentioned. The turnaround that honestly, you and the new leadership have brought not only to the zoo, but also to Midtown and to Memphis as a result, has been refreshing. Yeah. I'll just say that.
Well, thank you. It's, there's the zoo has so much to offer. And, we've recently partnered with the University of Memphis. We didn't talk about this, but you might have seen in the news that the University of Memphis mascot, Tom III, passed away recently. And I've had a relationship. Obviously, I graduated from the University of Memphis a couple of years ago. It was called Memphis State when I graduated, but that was a couple of years ago. Right. And I've always been interested, and I was always puzzled why Tom didn't call the Memphis Zoo home. And so President Rudd and I had a few conversations over the last year and a half, and we've kind of reached an agreement that Tom IV is going to call the Memphis Zoo home now. And we're so excited about that. And it's just another kind of feather in our cap to be able to have Tom here with us, and he'll be our celebrity along with our pandas and all the other animals that call the Memphis Zoo home. And we couldn't be more excited as we walk down that path with the University of Memphis. It's talking about things that are natural. That's a natural fit for both of us, and we're happy about it.
Yeah. That's a really cool. That's a nice way to drive people over to the zoo, especially folks that are coming in town, to just hang out. They can come over to the Memphis Zoo. I tell you, I have memories of the zoo. I live on North Parkway, so when it's a really nice day, drive, and plus my kid went to Snowden,
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're driving east on North Parkway, if it's a great day, it's going to be a lot of people.
I apologize for the traffic.
I don't mind the traffic because I moved back to Memphis from a city that had a really nice zoo, so I know how important and how cool it is to have a zoo in the middle of your city. I mean, Chicago has the Lincoln Park Zoo, so that's right, so that was really cool to be able to just walk through the zoo and hang out in the park. And Memphis Zoo is one of those gems for our city. You guys always have some really cool events over there. Can you share with us what's happening? Halloween is right around the corner, Yes.
Halloween is coming up very soon, and we're right in the middle of Zubu. In fact, we only have couple of days left of Zubu, and Zubu's been very popular, and we've had to do Zubu a little differently this year. We're reinventing the zoo as a result of the virus that we're all dealing with. And not just our daytime zoo, but our events are having to be reinvented, as you know, and so we're struggling to continue to run them as people would like to have them. And so we've got a few nights of Zubu left. It's been very popular. Zoo Lights is coming up starts in November, and that's our Christmas event, and we'll have snow again this year every night at the zoo, which will be fun. We're talking about how to do Santa Claus this year because we're not sure. Santa Claus, you normally sit on Santa Claus's lap, and we're probably not going to be able to do that this year. So we're trying to be creative with Santa again, and it's been a lot of fun. The events have been the most challenging for us, obviously. We have a safety protocol that we use for our daytime operation as well as our events, and our attendance is coming back strong for us, and we're an outdoor activity, and people are embracing us, and we so appreciate the Memphis community for coming back with memberships and with their visits. It keeps us going. Otherwise, we would be in big trouble. And certainly the city council and the mayor have supported us very generously as we've struggled through the COVID closure earlier in the spring. And I feel very good about where we are now. And the team is very motivated here, and we're doing really well. The animals have never been healthier, and we're doing really well.
Good deal. So now, are you guys using technology to bring people on board?
Well, much like this, we do a lot of things virtually. Our camps and education programs have been greatly impacted by the virus, and we're doing those virtually, just like we're doing this happy hour virtually.
No doubt.
Our education team is having to be very creative. Our staff meetings and our board meetings are all virtual still. So it's a very new thing for us, as it is for everybody. But we're making it standard procedure now, and it doesn't seem to be that unusual after all. This feels very natural, doesn't it?
Good deal.
Yeah,
it is.
Jim, you mentioned when we spoke earlier in the year, just before the pandemic hit, you were reminding us that the zoo is a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And going back to your thoughts around, you being really proud of the city for stepping in and helping out to avoid a shutdown, basically, right?
Yes.
So talk about that in more detail for just a second, because although you said you were in good shape, the zoo is in pretty good shape right now. Being a nonprofit, you still need all the help you can get.
Yes, Mark, I appreciate you asking about that. We, as a nonprofit, you get to spend everything that you make, and so we have maintenance that we have to do on the zoo to keep it beautiful, and the landscaping, and certainly first and foremost are the animals, and we have to maintain our collection, and the veterinary team does a great job, and our keepers do a great job. And those expenses go on whether we're open or not. And we closed middle of March through the middle of May. And that's our peak season of attendance where we make our most revenue. So it was very impactful on the zoo. And we were quite worried for a while about how we would continue to operate the zoo as our peak season was impacted by that. And we were closed, making no money. And we had given some thought about a drive-through zoo and how could we operate in this COVID environment. And we were actually one of the first zoos to reopen in the country. On May 13th was our reopening day. And our attendance has been gradually growing ever since. And we currently cap our attendance at 50% of our capacity. So we still are very concerned about COVID protocols and operating safely. But attendance has been very good. Revenues have been very good, and we're managing our costs down to be as efficient as we can so that we can be here for the long term. That's obviously our plan. We are master planning for the future still. Mm-hmm. We have some plans that we want to unveil, hopefully sooner rather than later, on the master plan to modernize the zoo further from what was done from the original master plan that was in the late 80s. And so we have big plans for the future of the Memphis Zoo. Our objective is to be the best zoo in the country, and we're not giving that up. We'll continue to push. And awards like this one just reaffirm that the work we're doing is meaningful for the community and for Memphis. And we know that Memphis will be better with a better zoo, and that's our role here, I think.
So, Jim, what does that mean to be a world-renowned zoo? How does one become world-renowned?
Well, that's a great question. We have to execute perfectly every day, and it matters to every visitor that comes. And we have a lot of visitors that visit from around the world. Obviously, a lot of people come for Beale Street and for Graceland, but we also get some of those visitors here, and I meet them every day that come for the first time and maybe the only time. And we want them to leave with a positive word of mouth and talking about the Memphis Zoo as one of the best zoos they've ever visited.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that people love most about the Memphis Zoo is the proximity you can get to the animals. We have a zoo that allows you to get very close to our collection of animals and get to really see them and smell them and hear them and get very close to them. And it's different from other zoos. And we can't be the biggest zoo by far. We're 80 acres in total. But we can be the best zoo. And so it's about execution of visitor guest service. We've taken our food in-house, so we're doing our own culinary operation now. We've lowered our prices by 50%. We used to be outsourced for our food beverage operation. So, and I know people still believe, they still think of the zoo of the past where food maybe wasn't so good and prices were quite high. It's different here now, and I look forward to eating at the zoo, and it's very affordable. So it all contributes to being the best zoo, and our animal collection is second to none. We have animals from all over the world, and certainly our pandas are our marquee animal. Tom the Fourth is going to be our celebrity animal soon.
Yeah.
And but we have grizzly bears and polar bears and every species you could want to find here. So we're quite proud of what we have here.
Can you drink at the zoo? Can you have a cocktail?
I was going to say, Jim has a background at Busch Gardens, and when we spoke earlier in the year, you talked about wanting to bring some beer sales in, and you have a perfect month for it, right?
We do. Thank you for, that's a bit of a sensitive topic. There are some people that believe very strongly that alcohol is not, doesn't belong at the zoo, and We did get an alcohol license from the state of Tennessee starting in July, the 1st of July, and we started beer, wine, and spirit sales. And right now we're having a Zootoberfest that ends at the end of October. So there's not much time left, but we're playing German music throughout the zoo, and we have about almost 30 craft beers. We're selling them in refillable steins. And I have to tell you, just from the people I talk to on the weekends that come to Zootoberfest, they're having a great time. And we're seeing people that we've never seen before at the zoo, young couples and young adults that don't have kids that are coming to the zoo maybe for the first time and enjoying the animals and having a cold draft beer. And we're running a special right now. It's called Frankenstein for Halloween. It's a bratwurst, get it, Frank, and a stein of beer. So and it's been very popular, and the weather has been perfect. We couldn't be more fortunate to have the weather that we've had so far.
That's a great idea, man. You're outside and you can have a beer and check out the zoo. I think that's a great combination.
Yeah. Couple more questions for you. You had begun master plan, the new master plan, I believe earlier in the year. Has that been slowed a bit? First of all, let me ask that first. How is the master planning going?
Mark, that's a great question. When we closed on March 18th, and I don't know why those dates are so ingrained in my head, but I remember the day we decided to close and the day we were able to reopen. We put everything on a hard stop because we didn't know when we were going to reopen at the time, and we didn't know we were losing the majority of our revenue for the year, and we had grave concerns about the future of the zoo and whether we were going to be able to an ongoing concern or not. And so we put all those plans on hold. Looking at the future, we started focusing on next week and next month rather than next year and the 5 years after that. So we've kind of started that process back again, and we're working with an architectural firm, really doing a master plan of the entire campus, and from front to back and side to side. So it's a fun process because we get to look at some things that really need to be improved if we want to be the best zoo in the country. Mm-hmm. We have some opportunities, and we're working on that now again. So we're happy to be doing that because I feel pretty comfortable about the future again.
Yeah. Midtowners will be happy to know that I'll just say y'all have stepped off the Greensward, right?
We have. Our weekends are quite busy now. In fact, we're closing on some weekends because of the weather primarily, and Zootoberfest has been very popular. We fill our parking lots. Unfortunately, we're filling the neighborhoods too. And if you live right around the zoo, and I don't, but I feel the pain of our neighbors because they're getting a lot of people parking on the streets because they still want to come to the zoo. And so our parking lots are being full. We're not parking on the Greensward now, but I can't, when we get the zoo lights, we'll have daytime visitors, and then we have a big crowd of people that come at night. So we might end up going back to where we were at some point for the Greensward at Christmas time, but that would be for a couple of days, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a great problem to have considering the pandemic and considering so many other venues around town are struggling like they are. Museums, music venues, so that's a very good problem to have, no doubt.
It is. We feel very fortunate, and we're trying to make the zoo better every day in this COVID world. And it's difficult. I get very tired. Our employees, our team members have to wear these all the time, every day. And I have the benefit of coming into my office and closing my door, and I can take my mask off. Uh-huh. But our employees have to wear them all day long, every day. And we take everybody's temperature every day, and we make sure that we're running the safest possible attraction here. And we're happy to say that we've had very good success so far.
Good deal.
Yeah, very good.
Jim Dean, you got your mojo, man. Welcome back home.
How about that?
Congratulations on the 2020 Mojo of Midtown Award.
Thank you guys so much.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations once again. It's great. Like Portia just said, it's great having you back in Memphis.
Portia, Mark, thank you guys so much for having me on. And I enjoy these happy hours with you. And the music is fantastic.
Absolutely. Speaking of music.
Cheers. Right. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Before we go to another performance, we've got Amy LaVere. Take it away, Amy.
We're happy to be included in the Mojo Awards, and congratulations to everyone that was nominated and all the people in this town that are doing great things. This is a song off the new record called Painting Blue. It's a tune called No Battle Hymn. There's no battle hymn in our hearts. There's no high notes ascending into a victory march. I used to wish the wind would carry me away. Just can't trust it could send us to any better place. Lay down our trouble and say what we can. Yeah, please show me mercy, let go of my hand. Why don't we just tell our pride to stand down? We've surrendered love, there's no threat to us now. Yeah, there's no battle hymn, just alarms, the deafening sound in our heads that we cannot disarm. Behind our eyes, the truth still hurts, and no one's ready to admit we may be out of time. Yeah, lay down our trouble and say what we can. Yeah, please show me mercy, let go of my hand. Why don't we just tell our pride to stand down? We've surrendered love, there's no threat to us now. This old lie, it's hard to defend. We follow its design until its bitter end, and it wants what it wants. It can when it can. It leads us into sorrow again and again. Yeah, lay down our trouble and say what we can. Yeah, please show me mercy, let go of my hand. Why don't we just tell our pride to stand down? We surrendered love, there's no threat to us now. All of the pain, we're tripping on memories where nothing remains. All of the pain, tripping on memories where nothing remains. Yeah, there's no battle hymn in our hearts, no high notes ascending into a victory march. I used to wish the wind would carry us away. Just can't trust it could send us to any better place. All of the pain, we need a victory march in our hearts.
Thank you, Amy. This video is been produced by the OAM Network and Exora Memphis. Be sure to check out pod901.com. That's POD901.com for all your video and audio needs. Exora and OAM Network is located in the Crosstown neighborhood. That's right around the corner from Crosstown. Well, actually, it's across the street from Crosstown Concourse on Cleveland Street. That's a family-owned business. Carla Worth, she runs the front of the store, which is Exora. Really cool artwork up in there. You must check them out. And Gil, he's a pro. He runs the OAM network, and he performs all the edits that you're seeing today. So please check him out.
Portia, so you are the host of Midtown Connects. Remind us again, what is Midtown Connects?
Midtown Connects is a 30-minute neighborhood conversation that's sponsored by MidtownMemphis.org. It's an opportunity for us to talk with, movers and shakers of the city, to share with us what they do professionally and the services that they're offering to the residents of Midtown and really the city of Memphis, but we mainly focus on Midtown businesses.
Yeah, you've had some great guests on, and I, here I am as, part of the leadership of MidtownMemphis.org. I've only attended a few of them, but they're great shows. I mean, the thing is, it's a very informal interview program,
right?
But it's very informational.
Exactly.
I mean, there's some great info, topical.
Especially during this time, you've got COVID happening. We've had Beverly Robertson on from the chamber. Assessor Melvin Burgess was a guest.
This past week, you had, who was it again?
Dorcas Young Griffin. You know what? She's actually Paul Young's sister. She's the director of community services for Shelby County. So she was giving up a lot of good information about the eviction settlement fund, because we're dealing with that. I mean, COVID has really changed the way we all do business.
Yeah. So Midtown Connects every other Monday.
Every other Monday.
Every other Monday. So if you go to MidtownMemphis.org, or to our Facebook page, which is where you are right now if you're watching.
Right. Midtown Connect airs at 2:00 on Mondays, every other Monday.
2:00 on Mondays, right. All right. So once again, Amy LaVere, her sponsor today was Blue Sky Couriers. Blue Sky Couriers, if I get my notes out here properly. Blue Sky Couriers, based here in Memphis, an immediate package delivery company with over 50 professional uniformed drivers, staffed 24/7. Check them out, Blue Sky Couriers. And then our previous shows. Oh, I also have to thank, again, Jane Ellen White of Memphis Travel and the Memphis Music Hub for all her hard work in helping us with the featured arts. We could not have done this without Jane. Thank you, Jane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks
So our prior shows have been Emily Trennan.
Like I lost my train of thought. My friend Emily Trennan was with us, and Emily is like a jewel for the city. You know what I'm saying? She's all about community. So that was a great interview that we had with her.
And if you missed it, you can go back to our Facebook streams and you can find that program. Yep.
Right. And Mark Eggert Stewart, he was awesome as well.
Yep, actually, absolutely. Upcoming, we're going to be honoring Jerry Feinstein and Bosco's with musical guest Kia Johnson.
Also, Kathy and Kelly Fish for Cocktails for a Cause, and Adrienne Roddy. She used to do my hair back in the day when I had hair. Adrienne's been holding it down on Madison. Lavogue Hair Salon. We're all familiar with that beauty salon. The music will be provided by Devonna Taylor of Life Explicit.
And Kelly and Kathy Fish's segment will have music by Southern Avenue. And then, of course, we'll have a final. It probably won't be actual final, but we'll have a send-off for Memphis College of Art coming up as well with music by Louise Page, which will be fun. And then at the end of this series, we have a surprise award being handed out at the end with music from John Paul Keith. And to take us back out once again, Amy LaVere. All right. Thank you all for joining us. See you next time.
Enjoy.
We'd like to congratulate the Mojo Award recipients. Job well done. Once again, my name's Amy LaVere. This is Will Sexton, and you can Venmo us at Amy-LaVere and find our music at amylavere.com and Will Sexton's brand new record that is called Don't Walk the Darkness on biglegalmessrecords.com. We're going to play one more song for you off the recording called Painting Blue that's available on Bandcamp. This is a song called Girlfriends. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. 'Cause you might not need so much, you just might be so tough. He has a guarded smile and nervous eyes, but when he looks your way, I see how he tries. Yeah, his hair's a mess, his shoes untied. I don't believe that he's ever lied to you or meant you any blues. So don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. 'Cause you might not need so much, you just might be so tough. Come on, Will. It matters more what he doesn't say, that he doesn't put you down. It means more that he's kind to you than always being around. need shiny things or obvious words. You don't need someone to hold your hand and pull you through this world. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. No, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. Yeah, don't let your girlfriends tell you what you need. 'Cause you might not need so much, you just might be so tough. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. Yeah, girl, you gotta make up your own mind. 'Cause you might not need so much, you just might be so tough. Thanks again. Once again, I want to congratulate all the Mojo recipients, and thank you for keeping Midtown funky. And we've had a lot of fun, so thanks for including us. Bye.